I always knew that the drug war was wrong because I've been battling multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed at age 28, and I was diagnosed back to under the age of 10 years old. So I knew all my life that something really funky was up and that I knew that something had to be done about it. So I actually looked into things like cannabis when I was a teenager, and I found that when I consumed cannabis, I honestly felt better every single time. So I followed that path, and I decided again, as I was getting more into my progression of multiple sclerosis, it ended up the doctors gave me more medication and more opioids and more narcotics and things. And I decided to substitute natural things for what I felt were pharmaceuticals and doing me damage.
And you, one of your early on, I guess, one of your most severe symptoms was trigeminal neuralgia, correct?
Yeah, and it still is, Montel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I'm still fighting for pain relief from that.
And you've used multiple different alternative therapies for it, including psilocybin. Is that right?
Yes, actually, I've been actually pursuing the psilocybin avenue. Originally, when I was in law enforcement, I actually fought for all drugs to be legalized and regulated and taken off the street, out of the hands of our children and away from the criminals once and for all. So, what it decided, I spoke with a law enforcement agency in the US called LEAP. And what it decided was, like them, we were actually on the same line of thinking that drugs had to be taken away from this issue of courts and jails and had to be turned into something that medically we could consume without issue. So again, that's why I pursued the issue of cannabis to begin with, and then psilocybin again in the background for the last 30 years. But psilocybin, yes.
But let's back up here. 92 was when you were diagnosed. 93 when you started looking into medical cannabis, right? As a patient in Canada, what was it like back then in 93?